chilly morning. Hi, how you doing? My name is Robbie. Welcome back to my channel. I made a mistake in my previous videos that I really want to fix, and that was calling this tall beauty Arnica. She's not Arnica, and I'm still trying to figure out. I just know she's a syphilum. The plant names, I call them Pokemon names because they're just as hard to pronounce. But I wanted to see. Yeah, this is a square stem, and the leaves come together and make a cup. I'm going to bring you in and show you. So it is a square stem, and it's smooth, and the leaves come together to hold water like a cup. Here's another look at one. I was calling this plant Arnica for a while. I had a friend, I think, several years ago, because this plant has been a volunteer for many, many years. And I think it's because she had mentioned it looked like Arnica that I just went with it and didn't research it. But I would have researched it more when I would use it. I never used it. I was going to use it as a cream, but now after reading more up on it, I'm pretty excited. This is a beautiful square plant. Anyway, I'm going to take you and read a little bit from the book and the website I found. Hi, thanks for joining me in my greenhouse to talk about my mistake in the garden. I've called that plant Arnica for so long. I've never used it. I've just admired it. And this year, because I was really curious, I was Googling Arnica and realized that's not Arnica. Thanks for my handy dandy medicinal, edible and medicinal plants of Canada book. And I got another one here, The Magic and Medicine of Plants. This is by Reader's Digest. So I thought it was interesting, and I got a little bit of information online. Oh, I didn't save this page, of course. So let's start with the one I did save. And I showed you how square the stem is and how it holds water. So it's definitely the cup plant. Silphium perfoliatum. Silphium perfoliatum. So yeah, you won't catch me saying too many of the Latin names, I guess, if they are Pokemon names. So I have a bit of glaucoma and cataracts. Reading glasses don't help, so I might be squinting. But when, this is an old book because it calls it American Indians. They say you shouldn't say that now. But okay, I'm just going to read what the book says. When American Indians wanted chewing gum, they did not go to the candy store. They just snapped off the top of the stalk of the cup plant. From the broken stem would ooze a blob of resinous sap that would dry into a chewy, breath-freshening gum. Yeah, imagine. In times of sickness, too, Indians turned to the cup plant. They burned its long, crooked rhizomes under this underground stem and inhaled the smoke to relieve a head cold or neuralgia. Neuralgia is like nerve pain in the face. And they made potions from the roots for liver problems, fever, and general debility. The Chippewas used the root extract or decoction for hemorrhaging from the lungs, for back and chest pain, and to stop excessive menstrual bleeding. They also applied moist compress made by the dried mash root to wounds. Other Indian tribes used the cup plant In similar ways, like many other medicinal plants, the cup plant was held to have supernatural powers too. On the eve of a buffalo hunt or other important undertakings, Winnebago braves downed a decoction made from the rhizomes to cleanse and purify themselves before they set off. Other American and European herbalists have long recommended the root tea for spleen ailments to restore health and as a tonic. The gum is said to be a stimulant and antispasmodic. So, the uses of the cup plant: resinous sap that hardens into a chewable, breath-freshening gum. Herbalists recommend for the tea from the root as a tonic, and it is a restorative or agent that generally helps restore a person's health. To date, scientists have found no evidence for or against these uses because they don't investigate them. But most of the medicinal plant or medicine today is made from plants. So let's see, the cup plant, what page it was on. And here we are, the cup plant and prairie dock. So there are several different silphium plants. I'm not going to name them. But we'll go right to the cup here. The root tea of cup, also emetic, was used for profuse menstruation, to reduce the symptoms of morning sickness, and to prevent premature births. It was also used for fevers, internal bruising, debility, ulcers, back and chest pain, lung hemorrhages, liver disease, and enlarged spleens. Typically, it was used as a wash to treat facial paralysis and as a poultice to stop bleeding. The smoke of the burning roots was inhaled for head colds, neuralgia, and rheumatism. Yeah, so through the description, yeah, I surely know it's the cup plant. And I find it interesting, and I watched a video, Iowa something girl. I had it written down, but I lost the paper. Anyway, she said that it was used in superstition that if you burn the root and you put the ashes on children who seen ghosts, it would stop them from seeing ghosts. Interesting. I didn't say this was a reading class. I'm not the best reader. I'm just handing over some information. And this is a new YouTube channel. And I'm just going to treat this YouTube channel like I did my garden when I first started gardening. And I learned one plant at a time. I learned how to grow one plant at a time. And then it was one box at a time. So it's one video at a time. It's learning how to do editing. It's learning that this microphone only works when I'm sitting and not moving in the garden. There's so much learning. But they say maybe pretty much nobody watches your videos in the first year, so kind of safe for that. But really why I'm doing this is because I think about how much I would love to have videos of my grandmothers or my mother that's all gone in the garden or the kitchen, just doing stuff, talking about stuff, or even reading stuff. So as much as I hate being on the camera, much as I hate editing and doing all kinds of stuff like that, I'd rather be very busy doing other things. I think of my next generation. Maybe one day I'll have grandchildren that might be able to look back before maybe Grandma Robbie went blind with glaucoma or cataracts. So anyway, I'm not here to become rich or famous because I can't handle the famous. I wouldn't want to be like Roots and Refuge or Appalachia's Homesteads and all them. There too many people depend on you. I don't need more people depending on me. I just want my grandchildren and children to be able to watch me when I was younger and had nicer hair. Because I'm losing that. And with menopause, I'm losing my memory. So, welcome to my garden. Welcome to my greenhouse. And welcome to my world. Back to silphium. I wanted to read you that in ancient Greece, it was on their coin, on their silver coin, silphium. So I thought that was interesting. Where should I start? Silphium, also known as laserwort or laser, ancient Greek, silphion, is an unidentified plant that was used in classical antiquity as a seasoning, perfume, aphrodisiac, and medicine. So they're not sure which silphium it is. It was essential item of trade from the ancient North Africa city of Cyrene, and it was so critical in Cyrenian economy that most of the coins bore a picture of the plant. A valuable product was the plant's resin, called Latin laser piscium. Okay, we'll question that. And I won't say it again either. And were used by botanists to name genera of aromatic plants, but the silphium plant is not believed to belong to these genera. Silphium was considered invaluable by all who held it. The BBC reports that the plant was sung about in Roman poems and songs, who considered it equivalent to its weight in gold. Historically, Pliny an Elder blamed silphium's valuation on tax farmers, and Julius Caesar directly registered silphium as 1,500 pounds of laser in Roman treasury. The identity of silphium is highly debated. Without the surviving sample, no genetic analysis can be made. It is generally considered to belong to the genus Ferula as an extinct or living species. Well, I'm thinking if it's worth its weight in gold. I also read that, I don't know if I'll find the page now where it was. Probably not. But I guess the resin gets hard and is a lot like frankincense. And frankincense was used and was worth its weight in gold back in the day too. I'll try and put pictures, but the cup plant has more of low in battery. The cup plant, I don't know if you can see them, has more of a yellow center, and the compass has more of a brown center. The compass, Silphium perfoliatum. I know that word now. Anyway, I wanted to fix that mistake on it not being arnica. It's not an arnica. It is Silphium, the cup plant. And yeah, I'm glad I know that now, because I don't like to have a plant in my yard I don't know about. So I might check out the resin to see if it's, one site said it was like a pine scent. So maybe I'll take you over and break it and see. Sure. I've never played with this plant or used it in any way, but I wanted to fix my mistake. Take care. Have a good one. I have to break it off. It does smell like pine a bit. And I suppose maybe if I broke off a thicker piece, I would get more resin, and maybe if it was younger, it would have more resin, but let's see if I can. Ooh, yeah, she snaps pretty easy. I'd say it's more when it's young that you would have more resin from it. But it does have a bit of a pine scent. But yeah, the cup plant. Not arnica, the cup plant. Now I know. The birds and bees love it. That's how they're going to seed. You see, it has a yellow center, not a brown center. The compass flower has more of a brown center like the sunflower. But yeah, the cup plant.